Hello everybody, this is Terry Arnold, and I was making a tutorial video for our volunteers who are going to be working at the San Antonio Breast Cancer Symposium this December, and I thought, well, maybe I could just share it with everyone because you might be interested. This is the new brochure we're going to be giving out at our booth, and Carol did a bang-up job on it. I love it. So I think it's very eye-catching, and also I love seeing the ribbon. Now, when we normally talk to the doctors, we talk a lot about what is IBC, because this is not a well-known disease, and what is our mission. And you will see in here, our mission is to very proactively provide education for the community as well as medical personnel. But what's listed first is our desire to fund research, because we feel that's where we can best support the patient, is there being good quality research for their medical benefit. And we also want to encourage other people to go into research for inflammatory, because rare diseases don't get noticed. Now, the big takeaway for this year is going to be about the code. Now, we know that the coding books are updated 2 times a year, and that is good. But it doesn't necessarily relate to when the hospital updates their coding books. So we want to make sure that everyone involved from the front end of the office is knowing about this, because the back end of the office, as I call it, they already do know, but how to get that information to the front end might be a delay. And so we feel that that code usage is extremely important. So there's going to be, that is very primary in our folder. Now, often people say, well, what do you do for patient support? And we remind them we have podcasts, and we feel those podcasts are very important because the more information a patient can get, the more educated they are. And we feel like a well-educated patient not only feels more in control, they have more knowledge to help be good decision makers when they're allowed a place at the table for conversation about what is going to happen to their body. And we think that's very, very important. And the podcasts are putting out information that's not always yet fully published, or something that's not as accessible to the average person. Also, the Ultimate Meetup is a once-a-year weekend, which I think I can't even begin to tell you enough how important that is from an educational point of view, but also a deeply psychological point of view, and even a spiritual point of view of how you treat your whole body. Now, we also have in here some good information. We have a fantastic app. We also have a learning academy, and we also have a magazine called Walking on Quicksand. And one thing I'm really proud of, we are the only organization that has these things. We were the first to have an app. I don't know if anyone else has got an app for inflammatory. We are the only educational component that's focused exclusively for IBC patients by IBC patients. Walking on Quicksand, once again, is the only magazine published focusing exclusively on inflammatory breast cancer. We think those things are dynamic because we all need our place at the table. So I hope that you will contact us. I hope if you know of someone who wants these brochures out, we'd be happy to get them to you. But this is what we're going to be sharing in San Antonio this December. And thank you for listening.